Oh, what's up? Happy New Year, everybody. Woo! Wow. Happy New Year's Day, rather. Y'all like my hat? It's good. I keep it on for a second. Uh, Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, y'all know. You know how you come in on a new year, and it's me, it's Rico. What's up? Um, Hope everybody's afternoon is going well. I just want to make this quick video, and I plan to make it quick, but I'll be talking about a plethora of topics. I'll be going in and out. Y'all know how I do. So just go ahead and let the video play. Continue your lunch or your coffee or your tea or no, I was about to say your argument, but cut that out because I'm about to just share some New Year's Day thoughts. And I want to say I hope that everybody went out last night and some shape, form, or fashion went out in a celebratory way. I want to send a shout out to Dallas and what I saw on TV. Cause I went to the bar to just throw a toss up. Cause when I got off of work, it was like, ooh, shucks, right close to 11 o'clock. So I just kind of, ran up the street and grabbed me a couple of cocktails and just to toss it up, you know, to ring in the new year. And and I hope a lot of people got to do that last night, especially if you're in a city where the National Guard came in and shut down all the nonsense, which allowed you to come outside. It allowed you to come outside and really be around other people and not feel afraid or feel like you have to look over your shoulders. So that means shout out to the president for sending out the request for National Guards in a lot of these cities that needed it. I know to the chagrin of a lot of people, they didn't want the National Guard there, but I'm glad that especially my hometown of Memphis. What's up, my hometown of Memphis? The National Guard was really needed there, even though a lot of the politicians and the bought off preachers were upset about it. Anything not to give President Trump any credit. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. And I've, in 2025, the year it was, hope you made a lot of progress, personal progress in your life in 2025, and you accomplished some goals, whatever they were, and just have a blast. So it's 2026, first day of 2026, and if you made some New Year's resolutions, a lot of people. Let me go back real quick. For those of you, and I try to do right. Whenever I have these addresses, whenever I speak, I try to like, Rico, keep it surface. Rico, don't go there. What's this damn string come from my fucking shirt? Okay, I know y'all saw it too. Rico, just keep it surface. Don't go there. But I can't help it, y'all. Because a lot of stuff is just, as I get older and I start noticing things, a lot of things are just weird. And do what you want, but I'm still going to express my freedom of speech to and my right to an opinion. Shout out to Rico the Opinionist. And y'all know that Cash App and PayPal are always popping. So, I know a lot of people, just like on Halloween, a lot of people said, across the country, well, we're going to go to church and ring in the new year there. That's boring. Because ringing in the new year for me, and for millions of others across the country, means to cheer on the great possibilities of the up and coming year. We do it every year. Whether you meet all those goals or you meet all the resolutions, there's neither here nor there. It's an opportunity for you to get out and get outside and hit up a nice restaurant, hit up a bar, hit the club if you're still clubbing. I'm gonna talk more about that later. It's up for you to get outside. For those you weirdos, and respectfully, your religion is your belief is what it is. We gonna go to church and we gonna ring the new year, praising the Lord. Boo! Boo! I'm out to get some water on there. That took my little breath. I meant that damn boo. Both of them. That is boring. It is weird. It's unnecessary. And again, your belief is what it is. So don't get on my ass. Rico, people can believe what they want to. I just think it's weird Take your ass outside on New Year's Eve. Or throw a banging New Year's Eve party at your house. You know, and all this stuff about, you don't know what these folks doing out here. But it's interesting when something that you want to do, you don't worry about crime. You don't worry about carjackers. You don't worry about getting hit in your car. You don't worry about any of that stuff. It's something that you want to do. But if something you don't want to do, well, y'all be safe out there. Y'all know that everybody out there. And y'all, I get so sick of that shit. Just take your boring ass on and use church as a covering, as I guess, whatever, as an excuse for you not being able or wanting to take your boring ass out there and ring up the new year. That shit is fun. It's awesome. Whether you go outside and watch the fireworks, and for the last, 5 years or so now, they've been doing the drones. Have y'all seen how they do with the drones, the wonderful, magical images they put up with the drones? I worked the Cotton Bowl, Goodyear Cotton Bowl game, Miami and Ohio. And Miami kicked their ass. Well, what Miami won. Yeah, it kind of kicked their ass. And I went outside the stadium, and they had the drone thing going on, Goodyear blimp. It turned into a bunch of images. It's a spectacular event to witness the way what they can do with the drones and the lights. That's what I'm saying. Go outside, people. And the weather was beautiful in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I know it was like 60 degrees. You cannot ask for a better New Year's Eve. Because when I was at home, sometimes it would be like 30 degrees, and it'd be like 30,000 of us on Beale Street, huddled up. How you doing? But still having a blast, because we're full of them, caller cabs. I think from Alfred's or wherever was selling them. We down there full of those caller cabs and drinking and drinks, and yay! It's fun. Live. That's my whole point. Get outside and live. Stop the nonsense. And so those of you who take your little boring ass to church to ring in the new year, you can go ahead on do it. Just like you take your boring ass out to church to bring in Halloween. Continue to do that. That's weird. Because you ain't better than us. You ain't no better than us who decide to go outside. I know y'all think y'all be in there and don't think you better than us. We're a bunch of heathens and sinners. So what? As the young folks said like 10 years ago and up to now, YOLO, you only live once. Doesn't mean you live recklessly. I'm just saying. And then, some of you who are my age, I'm 56. I'll be 57 in 27 days. And they said, what you doing in the club anyway? Having a goddamn good time, listening to music, drinking, doing my side to side. I don't participate in it like I used to. And it's grown folks club, 30 and up, 40 and up. We in there listening to some Help Me Find My Draw. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, yeah. We in there getting it in. Yeah, they got grown folks clubs, grown folks cafes. You in your 50s and 60s, and talking about, let me tell you something. I heard a young lady say, beautiful sister. Oh, my God, cute as all get out. I think she's 37. And she like, nah, I'm finna go home. I asked around the place, what y'all be doing for New Year's Eve? Well, she's like, I'm going home. I'm finna go home and get in my bed. And I'm like, really? Wow. Well, cause I had already been in the club. I didn't watch the sun come up. I done all that in my 20s and my 20s. I already done. I just looked at it. I'm like, wow. See, when people talk like that, how hard you hit it in your 20s. I already been to all the clubs. I already done all that. I ain't nothing. So now you just 37, you 35, you going home. And I'm just getting in my bed. In my mind, that translates into other stuff. Like what you had going on in your 20s? That means let me know that you jumped off the porch at 14 and 15. That's what it sounds like. You jumped off the porch at 14 and 15. You snuck in the clubs at 14 and 15. So when you got to the age where you should have been hitting the clubs, your ass was tired. You was already worn out at 25, at 30 years old. I didn't do that. I hit the clubs at 21 years old. Kind of back and forth. But that time at 21, I was in college, so I was hitting the college parties. And they would be on the campus or they were outside the campus in clubs. They rent them out. The Q party, Kappa parties, whatever, AKA party. I was at the parties. And then when I got out of college, I was hitting the clubs. Getting it in. Going to all of them. Going to the multiracial clubs. I was going to the black clubs, 80s clubs, getting in. Running, man, and and so as I got older, I don't hit the clubs, like I don't participate, but I still enjoy music. I grew up in a family of folks who enjoy music. So I still like to hear the music. I still like to have a little cocktail and, still, like I said, do my side to side. But I don't be in that thing working up a sweat. I'm going to, as you get older, you kind of you become more, more coiffed. You settle it down a little bit, but you're still in there bobbing your head. Who doesn't? How does enjoyment leave your body? Or I guess they said, we find other ways to enjoy. I get it. When we say, I'm going home, I'm just going to get in bed on New Year's Eve, that's bullshit. What you doing when you was like 20, in your 20s and 30s? You hit it so hard that you just 35 or 36, 37. You over it. I hope I never get over partying. I hope I never. Then all you makeshift psychologists and therapists, well, people do that, they trying to fill a void in their life. And so we don't have others to lean on. They don't have someone special in their life where they go outside to seek that validation. Shut the entire two fucks up. That's not it. There's married people who still hitting the clubs. There's people in committed relationships still hitting a restaurant and shut the restaurant down. It's about living, letting the blood flow. So y'all can just stop to just say you're a boring mother lover and just take your boring ass on home. And leave the living, the nightlife and the living. And they even have day parties. So I don't understand what all this other stuff's about. Shit, man, when I moved here, it was a day party I didn't miss. What's up, Demille? Shamika, hey, what's up? So I didn't miss the day parties. I still enjoy a good day party. Yeah, grown folks, jamming. And so, yeah, I've looked both ways and snuck into a 21 and up. What older man, what young man doesn't like to see young women, bend over and throw that wham in a circle. You hear me? Ooh. And that's about it. And so, but yeah, so as I move on to 2026, I want to encourage you, people in our age group, we're in our 50s and even younger, because there's some younger folks who just kind of tapped out in their 20s. Damn, put the blunts down. Put the pills down. So lazy ass. Put the drugs down and get high on reality and just go and have fun. Have a cocktail. And we know, don't drive drunk and all that stuff, but go and have fun, legitimate fun. In 2026, this is what we're doing. I know what I'm doing. Y'all can follow my lead. I'm never going to stop having fun when I want to. If it's a Friday or Saturday night. And I also, to be fair, when I got older, got in my 40s and all of that, I realized, yeah, it's something to come bring your ass home on Friday nights and going to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock. Man, that Saturday morning is so awesome. So I can appreciate that as well. So it's not to say that I'm out on Friday, Saturday nights getting it in and Sundays, tearing up the place. No. But I'm talking about New Year's Eve and Halloween. Get out. Put your little costume on. Go to the house party. Go to the club. Go to the gala, whatever it is. Get out and have fun. And who in the hell has a Halloween party at the church? That's weird. Y'all say it's Satan's night, but you're going to throw a Halloween party at the church? See what I'm talking about? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Just go and just do it. Come on out. Leave the church for Sunday morning and let the club and the Halloween and the debauchery and all that further do it for Friday, Saturday night. Like you've been doing when you were younger, remember? And so we want to bring in 2026, having a blast. And also, y'all know what I want to see happen in 2026? I want to see us dance with each other again. All this shit that's been going on for the past 10 to 15, even 15 years, going into a nice spot or whatever, and all the women over here and the men over there, and the women, when they get drunk, they fall out over each other and get to rub on each other's tits and their ass and patting them on the booty and all that kind of stuff, and men not asking women to dance. I want that to stop. Because in 2026, I want black people to reunite. I want us to get back together. You got all these podcasts on social media talking about all the divisiveness and all of that. And a lot of truth should be told, but women just ain't listening. They just hard here. They just don't listen. But I need black men. I need black men. I need us to continue, not do better, but continue to progress as we're doing. I'm proud of you brothers out there. Because we start focusing on the 54% of us who are single and childless and the 52% of us who are middle class or upper class living situations. And we're doing that more. And I'm proud of you. You can let them have these ragged ass NBA young boys and NLE choppers and futures and all these little ragged ass little street, what's that little Kodak Blacks and all these little weird ass little rappers full of tattoos, blunts and pills and satanic rituals. Y'all can let these women have that crew of men. Let them have it, because you can't tell them none. They're going to keep doing it. But those of us who are doing what we're supposed to do, continue to increase in numbers. Because we're going to have a blast, whether we're in America or you become a passport bro. Shout out to the passport bros. Y'all need to quit hating on the passport bros. And by the way, every black man that travels to another country isn't a passport bro. It's got so sick that y'all make white men passport bros. They're not even brothers. Do the proper research and find out about black men traveling and passport bros. Find out who they are. They're a specific community of educated black men who say, hey, I can't find what I want in relationships in America, so I'm going to explore my options. And these men don't bother anybody. But y'all seen other trifling dudes go over to Thailand or go over to Brazil or Colombia with their hood ignorant behinds and go over there. And so you got so much hate for these men who make other choices outside the country that you purposely sabotage them. Anything that happens to a black man in another country, the passport bros, they over there getting prostitutes. Leave these dudes alone. They're not bothering you. Remember? These are the nerds, the chess players, the IT guys that make six figures. These are the men, the ladies y'all say y'all didn't want. They heard you. So they're like, okay, let's go somewhere where they do want black men like me. But stop conflating them with these busters, these pookie bros. They're not passport bros. They're pookie bros. Taking their trifling ass behavior to these other countries. So shout out to the passport bros who don't bother anybody. And I get sick of people messing with these guys. They have their community, they have their communal behavior. Those passport bros, they meet up with each other. They do meet and greets with each other on yachts and particular event establishments that they rent out in other countries. They have meetups. And they talk about their successes. And they educate each other on how to successfully travel and how to successfully expand your economics worldwide so you can live anywhere you want to. They actually have groups. They have programs where they teach each other. So stop calling these pookie bros passport bros. These are just some goddamn pookies who finally discovered that there was a such thing as an application to get a passport. And white men are not passport bros. Matter of fact, white men have been traveling for decades. But white women that attack them for going over to parts of Asia and South America and marrying other women, they did attack them. You say you don't want these dudes. Why are you attacking them? Why are you accusing them of being perverts and accusing them of just going over there to get prostitutes? That's not them. It's the pookie bros. Or passport pookies. Not the passport bros. I don't keep saying this shit. I want to see black men in 2026 get more in tune with your health. It's still too many black men with pot bellies. As y'all notice, y'all know each video of my stomach, look, it's going down. Y'all see the chest forming and shit? Yeah, I'm putting in the work. Slowly but surely. I'm still eating the sugar here and there, but I'm getting it in. Because what my motivation is, I say, hey, Rico, you're not married. You don't have any children. Why do you look like a goddamn 8th grade principal? Look like Mr. Bookman around this motherfucker, you know. I shouldn't look like that. I should look like the married man's threat. And so I put it in my head. This is my 2026. Main resolution, get my ass in the gym and get in the kitchen and put the sweets away. I've been doing pretty well. Man, let me tell y'all something. The last few months of 2025, I put down the Oreo cookies. I stopped the Mentos months ago, probably last year. I stopped eating the miniature Mr. Good bars and Hershey bars and Kit Kats. I cut my sodas down, down to probably 10% consumption. My turkey burgers intake and my French fries have decreased a lot, and I've added more vegetables. My freezer now is full of frozen vegetables that I make with. Even if I have a hot dog, I'll thaw out and steam some vegetables to have with my turkey hot dog. So y'all, I know those of you who've gone through this. Look, I'm the Rico come lately, and I understand the struggle. But once you make it part of who you are, once you make it a lifestyle, it gets easier. It's just like people who are trying to get off drugs. You have to make sobriety a lifestyle. You have to make not guzzling alcohol a lifestyle. But it is a process. And sometimes it's a slow process, because my addiction all this time has been sugar. I love cakes. I love pies. And if you mess around and slip a homemade lemon pie with that lemon glaze on me, we can get into it. You can't give me no one slice of nothing. Thanksgiving when I went home, my mom gave me a whole pie to bring home. It didn't make it off the road. I sliced the pie up before I left, and I ate it as a snack as I made it through Arkansas. I think with that whole pie, I think 2 slices made it to my kitchen. And then when I made it to the kitchen, I ate one of them. So it was one left when I walked in the door. But I want to see more black men, particularly black men of a particular age, 40 and up, 45 and up. A lot of you are having problems with the gout. Hey, take your ass to the doctor and listen to what the doctor says. Your gout is flared by this red meat that y'all are eating, this alcohol that you're guzzling, the other drugs that you may be taking, pills or whatever, abusing. Cut down on the bullshit. And when you see the results, you'll see it. I know it. God knows all around me. Alcohol flares your gout, fellas. Eating red meat and pork all day long, that flares your gout. And take your medicine, you hard-headed son of a bitch. You rather hurt because you want to drink. You rather hurt because you want to eat these old fucked up foods all the time. Yes, I'm speaking for one who's addicted to sugar. Love cheesecake. And when I walk down the aisle in Dollar Tree or Walmart, the candy aisle, I just say, get thee behind me, Satan. Get thee behind me. Get thee behind me. Those Toll House cookies and those cookies, the ones that you have to unfold the bag and it's in an aluminum bag, the little expensive ones, the chocolate chips and the white macadamias. Get thee behind me, Cheetos. Get thee behind me, big bags of Funyuns. Get thee behind me, Satan. I'm telling you, I was shaking when I walked out. In the ice cream aisle, Rico, don't you dare grab a half a gallon of pralines and cream and strawberry and cheesecake. Don't you dare. So I get it. But y'all, somebody told me this a long time ago. God only gives you one body, or you only have one life to live, one body. And you have that body from birth all the way through your teens to your 20s, your 30s. And then if you don't respect that fact, that's why you be hurting and diabetes and high cholesterol and all this stuff and have to be on nitroglycerin for heart disease and all that. Stop it, guys. Stop. Yeah, you 55 years old, you 60. What I've been doing all the time. Put that goddamn cigar down. If you smoking every day a cigar, what you trying to cope with? Go to therapy. And also in 2026, I'm in private practice, believe it or not. I talk a lot of shit, but yeah. If you like a copy of my business link, send me your email address here through my, through my instant message. Well, send me an email, your email address, and I'll send you the link. Yeah, I treat substance abuse, anger, behavioral life issues, job no stress, all of that. Let's have a conversation and see what's going on. See how I can help you. And if you're part of an EAP on your job, employment assistance program, let me see, I'm on CompSite, Health Advocate, CureLink, something else. Omaha Behavioral Health. I accept, uh, what's the damn insurance? I know Ambetter, behavioral health, and what's the main one that everybody got? Not Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm just on two. I can't believe I can't remember the other one. I've been able to accept them on 2 panels now, but I'm still growing. But yeah, anyway, and also Cash, Cigna, Cigna in Texas and Cigna in Tennessee. So come on in, brothers, and lots of ladies too. Some teenagers, I don't do teenagers. No, less than like 16, 17, something like that. But like 12, 13-year-olds, nah, no. But like 16, 17-year-olds, I'll take the teenagers like that. Whatever it is. So yeah, let's go. Cause I started my private practice like a few months back, and I'm still growing it. Not putting, and I have to admit, I'm not putting enough time into it, but I am. So, when you see the title, it says substance abuse and education for men. But some ladies, y'all want to come through and say, I want to see what you're talking about. Just get your money right and then come, let's talk. But I'm trying to push it, advertise it towards men, particularly black men, but I don't turn any other men away because I know there's a need for black men to get their behinds and sit on somebody's couch, and just talk about these issues. And that's what I'm about in 2026. I want to push you, black men, for your health and your mental health. Come on, brothers. Get rid of these pot bellies. I'm going to give your ass to today, January 1st to July 1st. I don't want to see any pot bellies. I don't give a damn how old you are. Because you can walk slow, get your fat behind, get your big belly, get your poor eating, get your liquor guzzling behind somebody's gym or somebody's therapy couch, and get in a doctor. Get your colonoscopies, get your prostate exams, get your silly behind in these health institutes and get checked on. It doesn't make any damn sense. And also, guys, I want us to start dancing more. And ladies, when we ask you to dance in 2026, you better say yeah. And if you dance with us, this is for young people too. But I know my Facebook page, my YouTube channel got a lot of people 40 and up. But y'all know young people in their 30s. Y'all know some people in their 20s who can benefit from what I'm saying. I want us to be reunited in 2026. Cut the nonsense out. Let's meet each other. We're at the bar. Ladies, you're not going to get a 6 foot because only a small percentage is 6 foot. And you're not going to get a millionaire because only a small percentage of that. How 100 women are still competing for 5 dudes? That's stupid. Get your head in the game, ladies, and get it out the clouds. Get your head in the game, ladies. Right now, you're being married at 29 to 30%. And you can up that number by simply getting out of the delusion. And you too can get your big ass in the gym too. You have January 1st to July, January 1st right now to July 1st to lose them 100 pounds off your big body. And get in the gym and stop doing all these goddamn line dances. Anywhere there's line dances, I leave. That divides black folks. I don't care how sexy they try to make them. Boots on the ground. I see dudes doing that, and it's cool. It's fun. I mean, look, I like it when we together. But I want to see black men and black women together. And I'm talking like this because we were together in the 80s. And I'm talking about I've been alive. We were together before then. But when I got active, I turned 21 in 1990. We were together. We liked to dance with each other. We slow dance. When I was in high school and stuff in the 80s, we slow dance. And there were some dudes who didn't fast dance. All they did was, I'm going to wait. The cool dude, I'm good. As soon as slow dance came on, Keith Sweat or something, or Ready for the World, on, girl. They was out there, ooh, you want to dance? And she'd be waiting for you to ask her to dance. Ladies, y'all need to go to therapy to go back and find your feminine mind. Because this dumb crap about, well, for the right man, I put my feminine on, my soft girl era, that's dumb. God created you as such. Y'all go to church, but y'all don't know this. I don't go to church. I don't deal in the Bible. I don't deal in the Quran. I don't deal in none of that nonsense. I live in reality. God created you as such, as the woman. You know, in order for you to fulfill your role as a woman, you have to be feminine. You have to have a feminine nature, sweet, gentle, an educator, warm touch. That's you. But y'all let these white folks, and these feminists who hate men. If you see the feminists that hate men, they some ugly broads. They big, they out of shape. They ain't cute. Yeah, I see why they mad. Ain't no dude checking for no feminist bitch. Mean-spirited, smart mouth. Always dissing black men. No, nobody's talking to you. I don't care. And, you can look like that Carolyn Bryan. What's her name? That Bryan broad. And that other one. Damn, I can't think of none of these evil women's names right now. All on the internet. Talking about the shortcomings of men. And you decide to go to a sperm bank and get a Mr. White Man to get his sperm and shove up your mixed cooch. Get out of here. What's her name? Not Dr. Bryan, because it turns out that she's a lesbian. The one y'all call Dr. Bryan. Turned out that she's a possibility she's a lesbian. And they've got the most to say about men. Keep these folks out of our relationships as heterosexual men and heterosexual women. Keep these folks out of our relationship. We got a lot of work to do, but I want the men to do it. Because they say the men's supposed to lead. Well, if the men don't lead, well, you need to follow, helper. Now you always talking about men need to lead, but you ain't even willing to follow. Not a good one, but you'll follow a thug to the car in the car chase. You'll follow a nothing ass nigga down to the food stamp office. Y'all follow the thugs and the nothings. But the decent brothers you got all these questions for. Y'all need to go to therapy and find out what that's about. And clean it up. It's too many generations of young, beautiful black women and girls who you can see right now they're destined to be, as my man Kevin Sanders would say, alone with cats. Die alone. Have to buy cats and die alone. Pretty as a picture. They're not big. They're not fat. Fine as, man. But they're bitches. Where they get the spirit from? See, I was so fortunate. I kicked myself. I do. I kicked myself. I said, God dog it, Rico. It was so good in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, as it relates to black women. They were pretty for the most part. Now, it was some straight, some ratchets going on in the 90s, but that wasn't the norm. The norm was pretty girls who didn't wear all this beat face makeup, and wigs wasn't the norm, and lace fronts and all that blonde hair and shit. They were there. We saw the wigs when I was a little kid in the 70s. Going to elementary school. I saw the wigs, wear the wigs most, besides my grandma, they had, baby, go over there, get my hair out the dress over there, baby. They wore the wigs, the older aunties, but the younger women that I saw wearing wigs, I know they wore it in the 70s early, but I wasn't there in 71, 72. I'm telling you what I saw. It was usually the prostitutes walking the streets. Yeah. 77, 78, 79. It was the prostitutes. They had on the wigs. They had on the blonde wigs. They were trying to lure the men on the street. Then it got to 80, 81, 82. These transgender prostitutes. They wearing the wigs and stuff. So when you walk around, you see 8th grade girls wearing wigs, 9th grade teenagers wearing wigs and lace fronts, and every second black woman is wearing a wig and lace front with their face beat like a gay man. This heavy makeup that they wear, that's the shit they do when you're trying to be seen on stage in a Broadway play or musical. This clown makeup that women wear every day because you ugly or you think you're ugly, that all that. See, 2026, we're moving past that because brothers have been a good job of ignoring that. But the bottom feed of black men, they'll eat anything. They having sex with big women and they athletically fit. They mess around with women with kids, and they don't have a kid in the world. They around here being talked crazy to by women. See, that's the bottom feeding black men. The rest of us on the other side, we like, nope. Go on over there with your kids. Go on over there with your tattoos. Go on over there with them ugly ass nose piercings and piercings right here and shit on your eyebrows, and go get your ass on over there. Now, this is not to say that some of the honeys, all of them ain't big. Some of them some baddies. They just ratchet as F. And no, a lot of us who on this side, we have looked both ways. Snuck on her. Hey, what's up, Keisha? What's going on? On the low. Hopefully she don't blow up the spot. Oh yeah, hey, I live in reality. But for the most part, that's not how our girlfriends and our wives look. And so, black men, you've done well, but I want you to continue to do better. Because and the theme of this whole address is black people reuniting in 2026. I want us to start throwing events where we meet up with each other to dance, to talk. Did I say dance? Like we used to just dance with each other, getting it in. And ladies, cut out that damn twerking. Nobody likes to see no 40 and 50-year-old bitch twerk. It's disgusting. Got all that moving around for young, pretty women, 18 to 25 years old. Nobody goes to the strip club to see a 40-year-old bitch dance. We go there to see 18, 19, 20, 21, and 25 is pushing it. Do you understand? So, we don't want to see you. You're supposed to age gracefully. Be a lady. If y'all don't know what a lady looks and sound like, go back and watch The Cosby Show. And even today, and look up Felicia Rashad or Claire Huxtable. That's a lady. My Sinead. That's a lady. Yeah. If y'all need visuals of what a lady is. She was and is at 77 years old a lady. And that's what we're talking about. A lady. She spoke her piece. She got a point across, but it wasn't that kilo. And there's some guys who are attracted to ratchet. Because a lot of us grew up in ratchetness. We can't help it, but we have to grow out of it. We have to put it in perspective. A lot of ladies are attracted to ratchet guys. You know what? You can do that for a summer or a weekend. But here's the issue, ladies. Y'all reproduce with ratchet men and loser men. Then you get your big mouth on social media or a magazine or website is talking about black men as a group. No, you are fucking fooling around with the small 20% of men. That's where all the babies come from. The lower bottom feeder blacks. The educated and beyond and civilized blacks, we're not having all these children. It's the bottom feeder blacks that are producing these kids that y'all see today. Wilding out, sexually fluid, want to fight everybody. She masculine. The boys are soft. It's the bottom feeder blacks who are having these old bum ass kids. Somebody said something I saw on social media. He said, the kids, the dudes in high school that sat in the back of the class, made jokes and pay attention, skip school all the time, want to sell drugs or just want to be out in mischief and crime. And the chicks who skip class and, they thought school was funny. They are trying to be grown. These are the people who've had these children now. The bottom feeder blacks. And then the hood is filled with these kids. They're everywhere. And then we look around and say, oh, what's wrong with these kids? You, a bottom feeder, gave birth to a bottom feeder. And it has to stop. So I know y'all probably saying like, damn, Rico, damn, you think you been everybody. No. We have the right to be sick of the nonsense. See, what I'm saying is nothing new. We've always had a ratchet side. Every community has a ratchet side. White folks, they call them poor white trash. But one thing they don't do, the white folks with good sense and white people with education and class or civility, they don't mingle with poor white trash. Did y'all know that? We're the only ones that still try to drag along and pull along the bottom feeder blacks. But other groups don't mess with their bottom feeders. Did y'all know that? Now, I guess we have this thing like, well, we can go and save them and all that, but a lot of times you can't. because the system has control of their minds. Anytime you hollering about you poor and the government, the Republicans set down the government and stopping food stamps and people gonna be hungry. So this president don't care nothing about poor people. The president don't care about poor people. And it was the Democrats that has to shut down the goddamn government. They did it because they want to continue to give free stuff to illegal immigrants because they're in the process of replacing the black vote, because they know that black people, they've noticed since 2012, really this year during Obama's second term, that black people have been leaving the Democratic plantation. That's why between 2020 and 23 or 21, before, 16 and 20. Then Biden in 21 and 23, they opened the borders up and let about 18 to 20 million illegals just come across from Mexico and all points south. But then when the black Haitians came there, they made sure they couldn't come in. Y'all didn't pay attention to that, did you? So they're here to replace. That's why they're fighting tooth and nail, fighting the president on everything. Because everything he has planned or everything he does, it doesn't include illegals. They're trying to get all those resources from the goddamn illegals. There's about 50 million, about 40 million illegals in this country, and they've been sucking up all the Medicaid, sucking up all the goddamn food stamps, sucking up all the housing, and they want to blame black people. Y'all don't want to own houses, Section 8. No, it's these illegals. And the school system's falling apart. They got them all up in there mingling with your kids who's already struggling. How come they never put these illegals in white schools? These Democrats, they never shoved them to white neighborhoods. They only shoved them to black neighborhoods, which continuously brought down the neighborhoods. But y'all ain't ready to have that conversation in 2026, are you? But no, Trump is this, Trump is that, and y'all in all your feelings about this. No, I understand. I know what he's doing. I'm like, shit, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Because it benefits us. Dr. Claude Anderson tried to tell us. Y'all know who that is, don't you? Y'all know who Dr. Claude Anderson is? He talks about black labor, white wealth. He talks about inappropriate behavior. All these are videos and books. Look him up. I'm tired of telling y'all about him because y'all have no interest in thinking like blacks. Y'all just want to keep this nigger mentality. You want to think like blacks? Well, there you go. Start with Dr. Claude Anderson. Then look up some brother Neely Fuller. He has his lectures come in cartoon forms now, cartoon forms. So yeah, that's what it's about. But y'all thinking the president he ain't gonna be no Social Security. It's always gonna be Social Security, you idiot. Everybody said ain't gonna be no Social Security. Now they 62. Guess what? They draw their Social Security. I'm 56, so I'll be getting mine. 62 or 65. I'm 56. So about 6 years or so from now. I'm going to draw mine. It's going to be there. It's plenty of money. But you have representatives y'all vote for. They don't ask for the money for you. They ask for money for illegals and Hispanics. I mean, legal Hispanics and as well as illegal immigrants, as well as Asians and homosexuals and white Jews. Your Democratic politics, that's all they do. We already know what the Republicans do, right? But how come y'all don't know what the fuck your Democrats? If you don't know what your Democratic Party is not doing, look at your neighborhood. Those of you who still live in the hood. That's Democratic shit. All your mayor, your city councilman, your state representative Democrats. And your neighborhood, if you live in the hood, it's a shithole. But y'all keep voting for these folks. Next. They're shutting down everything. Healthcare. They're shutting it down because it's pricing out the illegals. Yeah, it's gonna be some collateral damage as always with every administration. But y'all don't want to hear the truth. Because y'all been told, you've been programmed to hate this president so bad. I said, this shit is weird, but while y'all hating on this president, he's still winning. He is. Y'all won't go on the other side and see exactly what he's doing that's positive for the entire country. Therefore, it does trickle down to us. It's black folks. Yeah, we want black representation. Democrats ain't gonna give y'all no goddamn black representation. They give y'all biracial and mulatto representation. Every president they put in y'all face been a mulatto. How come you can't get a real black person like me on a Democratic ticket to run for president? and he not have a white wife, or she not have a white husband. Y'all fall for that kind of silliness. I live in reality. Yeah, you do. And so in 2026, I want black people to reunite because we really got divided in 2024. I didn't divide from nobody. But anybody that didn't vote for Kamala Harris, black people deemed them not black. Isn't that something? Or deemed them a traitor to the race. You got these damn rappers out here leading y'all kids to slaughter every goddamn concert. But those of us who chose not to vote for Kamala Harris, we're the issue. And y'all actually call this South Asian, Indian, Asian, black. And you're supposed to have college degrees. Come on, man. 2026, black people. We're going to become more intelligent. Not only are we going to watch CNN, we're going to watch Fox News. Not only we're going to watch YouTube channels, not only that has the liberal Roland Martin, we're also going to watch other YouTube channels that talk about both sides legitimately. I'm telling you, you learn a lot when you listen to both sides. Somebody lying and somebody telling the truth. But you don't know either if you just listen to CNN all goddamn day. Do you hear what I said? I listen to everybody. That's how I know how the Democrats lying their ass off. That's how, I'm telling you, by Trump being president, a lot of things have been exposed. A lot of things that works for us. The whole immigration thing works against us, and your Democratic politician working his ass off. Jasmine Crockett, who y'all love to defend this witch, in a recent, speech she did, she apologized to illegal immigrants for Trump's administration. Are you kidding me? You apologize for people who broke the law? You apologize to people who broke the law? I thought breaking and entering was illegal. That's y'all Democratic politicians. And here it is, 2026. Y'all gonna vote these same assholes in your district. And it's weird. And your district gonna remain a shithole. Yeah, you do. Because you've been told to hate Trump so much that you look past. You chop your nose off to spite your face. That's stupid. But then you want to bring up Malcolm X. And Malcolm X told you, either side. You got the fox and the wolf. Y'all so busy staring at the wolf that the fox sashaying his weird ass on it and eating all your chickens. And the moderate ain't shit either. But y'all tend to bring up Malcolm when it's convenient. If you want to know how well your politician is doing, go look at your neighborhood. Go look at your schools. And remember, your politician is a Democrat. And I know this because a lot of you black folks that keep telling poor blacks to vote Democrat, a lot of you motherfuckers live in the suburbs. In Republican politically represented white suburbs. Your kids went to white suburban elementary, middle, and high schools. But then you bring your black ass to the ghetto and tell these poor folks, these ignorant folks, to vote for the people who keeps their ghetto the ghetto. You contradictory, hypocritical son of a bitch. How come you don't tell them to vote for somebody to make it look like the neighborhood you live in out there in the east part of whatever the suburbs or whatever city you live in? Every suburb these Negroes move to, white suburbs. Good schools, not community centers, big ass recreational centers. They got everything. Well-funded leagues for kids. But black kids in the hood got to stand in the middle of traffic to sell water and shit. Box of M&M. Are we doing this for our community AAU football? But they don't do that where you live in the white suburbs. So I don't understand why y'all do that. Hey, black suburbanites, why the fuck y'all do that? Why y'all tell black people who live in the ghetto to vote for these weird-ass, goofy-ass black Democrats or white and Jewish Democrats when you live in a white, Republican, conservative, MAGA fucking suburb and enjoying your beautiful two-story house? And you can. Enjoying your peaceful streets. Enjoying your newly built schools. enjoying your full PTA that you participated in fully when you're in the white neighborhood, but couldn't get your black ass to even the parking lot when they had PTA meetings for your black kids in the black areas. Yes, Happy New Year, goddammit. You know, it's weird. And what you have to say about President Trump, you know, a lot of it's legitimate, but a lot of it isn't because you only listen to CNN. Get your ass over to some of these conservative YouTube channels and hear what they're saying. You can chew up all the meat and spit out the bones anytime. But for 2026, I want us to be reunited as black people. And I need y'all to stop listening to people who don't have our best interests at heart. They're not all white. Most of them are black. If they running for an office, y'all don't know what to ask them, know the questions to ask them. You know, ask them about the money. And go look up videos. Before y'all vote in 2026, go look up the videos of Kamala Harris, Jasmine Crockett, trying to find videos on social media where they're having conversations with groups that's not black. And listen how they talk to them and as opposed to how they talk to you. I'm going to give you a preview. They don't do black Keisha girl cosplaying. You better think of me, you remember. You better think of you remember. Or, honey, child, Governor Hot Wheels, child, please, honey, girl. They don't talk like that to Asians. They don't talk like that to homosexuals who about that business. They don't talk like that to the APAC Jewish donors. They talk them very mild. They talk about economics. They talk about creating laws to protect their groups. Now, these are your black politicians, your white liberal politicians. That's how they talk to the other race of Democrats. But when they get in your face, y'all so busy cheering them out. Yes, yes, yes. Racists and white supremacists and white people. Yeah, trying to keep the black man, black woman down. Uh-huh. That's right. Because we going to make sure that we going to get Orange Man out of there. We going to make sure all that dumb shit. You know what they never talk to you about? Anti-black crime bill law. Your black Democrat. An economic infusion into your black neighborhood. So it can look like the suburbs where a lot of them live in. Their kids go to private school. They'll never talk to y'all about no money. Just trust me. Don't get mad at me. Ask your black politician. Ask them about some money and watch how they give you a 13 to 25 minute answer when you ask, what about reparations? Everyone else gets it. Everyone else gets it. Israel just got some more billions of dollars. And one just Republican that signed up on it. Democrats signed up on this shit too. Ask them about some money for your black ass. And then you'll see how a lot of us who have not voted Democrat in 10 years and won't ever vote them anymore, see how we landed where we are. In 2026, I want us to be reunited, but we can't keep playing games. Black men, go get your health checked. Go get your weight checked. Prostate, gout, go to therapy, black men. Take your sons with you. Stop sticking footballs in your son's hand and stick a law book, a medical book. We need y'all in other areas of society other than sports and dancing and singing. All this shit we were talking about, how black women are discriminated against in the health field when it comes to, they had just had 2 recent examples of black women going to the doctor, that white nurse treat them like shit. They in labor. And this bitch asking these weird ass questions. If that is an issue, put law books and medical books in your children's hands. Hey, Lakeisha, thank you. Put law books in our children's hands. Put research books. Send them to college to major in majors that we really need. We don't need any more athletes. Because they get the money and give it right back to the white and Hispanic community. Y'all see them. As soon as they get the NFL, NBA contracts, they go right to Instagram and give it to a mixed or a white girl or Hispanic thought with tattoos and a BBL and bald titties. They do. So you might as well give it to, we need more black men as firemen, doctors, researchers, anesthesiologists. We need more black women as doctors, real doctors. And we need more black people to get to the point of becoming I knew I was going to mess it up. Philanthropists. to build these medical centers so discrimination could begin to decrease as it relates to black women in the medical field and healthcare. It's funny, we talk about racism, white supremacy, but I have to often ask the question, if you truly believe that we live in a racist country and racism, white supremacy, they're both real, why don't we act like it? Why don't we build a fence? Why don't we, as old preachers say, build a fence? Why don't we build a protective wall around our group? That's weird. We complain and complain about racism, white supremacy, but all our money goes towards weave, Jordans. Let me go back to the hungry stuff. When they were talking about, these Republicans shut down the country, stopping the food stamps. But as soon as the Jordans 11s came out, I didn't hear nothing about hungry people no more. I ain't hear nothing about homeless people no more. What I saw on social media were video after video of Negroes lined up across the damn malls, across the streets, to get some goddamn Jordans 11s. And I know they cost up to $200. So that's why I can't take a lot of us seriously. No, we don't even take ourselves seriously. But we're going to have to become more mature in politics. We are. And that's only going to happen when we come back together as a group. But we have a lot of cleaning up to do. Women, y'all need to clean yourself up, clean your daughters up. Because, they dress like hoes. Your daughters dress like hoes. Some 35, 40-year-old women dress like hoes. Straight hoes. Your 14-year-old daughter dresses like a pure fucking slut. She does. Your daughters do. They dress like little tramps. 14, 15, 16, little prostitutes. Hell, they put prostitutes to shame. Yeah, they do. And you send them out the house looking like that. Your sons are dressing like little bitches. Pajamas on in school. Bonnets on their head. What y'all raising? Tight ass pants, these sagging tight pants. These weird ass Jaden Smith pants, them big ass pants with jewelry down the front. Weird. No masculinity. Your sons are not very masculine, ma'am and sir. They're not the kids, the teenagers of the 80s. They're not the teenagers of the 90s. These 2000 teenagers are some weird mother lovers. They're fluid, sexually fluid and weird. And a lot of your sons talk like Kim Kardashian. No, bro. Like, I know, bro. Just weird. Who the fuck raising these kids? So I can go on and on, but I'm going to stop right here because I got to go back. I got to go to work today. But anyway, y'all, Happy New Year, I swear. Black men, let's get it together, brothers. And again, if you'd like to copy my link to my private practice I started up, I do counseling, substance abuse, mental health, some anxiety, stress. Send me your email address. Send me your email address and I'll get it to you. Y'all be cool. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And those of you who are still coming off your hangover, hey, it is what it is. And so, look, we're going to be better in 26. All of us. But I want black men to continue you've already done a great job, but I want us to continue to do better. And I see y'all out in these streets in 26. You have January 1st to July 1st to get the belly off your ass, get the bellies off, fellas. And let me say this in closing with men, a lot of fat black men and big belly black men and, in their dating habits. A lot of black men who are fat, got big bellies and all that kind of stuff. You may make a little money, may make a lot. Your dating habit is based on how you look and how you feel about yourself. There are a lot of brothers who are good men, but they're either alcohol, they smoke a lot of weed or some low self-esteem. But I promise you, once you get in the gym and you get that pot belly off, really get in shape, and you start eating right, you will never look at a fat bitch, a chick with kids, a bitch with tattoos, talking all crazy, the same way again. Your self-esteem will rise. And then on top of that, you'll get rid of an addiction that has kept you in a deep, dark hole. We have to make those steps though. I see a lot of brothers. I'm like, wow, why you dating this fat ass? Yeah, I said, I know a lot of you went, why you be getting on fat women? Because like this white man, Tom Likas said, fat women were created for poor men to have someone to marry. Or fat women are for poor guys. There are a lot of fat dudes, big dudes that make plenty of money, but you're still dating fat chicks. Big girls, because you think that's all you can pull. Now, all of us can be Heavy D or 8-Ball or 8-Ball MJG, whatever. They're superstar rappers and entertainers, but it's average men. Because we all, as men, we want that all of us like a pretty, fit, nice baddie. Not bad as that bad attitude, but a cute one, a Kelly Rowland. We all want not Beyonce, but a Beyonce looking chick, a young Halle Berry from Boomerang. We want a cute ass Angela Bassett. We do. We don't want to date a Nell Carter or a Lizzo because that's what we think that's all we can pull. Trust me. It's just like when a man wins the lottery. He automatically changes his car. He changes his wardrobe. All that changes. So when the men, y'all lose that weight, lose that fat belly, lose that body, get it in shape you got from January to July 1st. You can take it further. I'm just saying get started today and work your way to July 1st. You can thank me later. And y'all see, I'm getting better. Because I was on here this day. It wasn't enough room on the camera for my stomach. But I'm getting better. I got a long way to go, too. They like, Rico, what you talking about? Yeah, we all feel self-conscious about things. And next time y'all see me, I want to be able to take my shirt off and run down the street. And I always tell friends, I'm like, when I used to jog, at least 10, 15 years ago, jogging my shirt off, just jogging, have my shorts on or the jogging shorts. I would get a toot toot and a pop pop. Or back in the day, the woman used to just drive slow past me. Hey, can I come running with you? No. But shit, these last 10, 15 years, I ain't had a toot toot, a beep beep, or a hey, or nothing. I said, I need to get back to the old me. Shout out to Dr. Dre. Yeah. And get this in and maybe get a rock up there a little bit. It makes you feel better, fella. Your clothes, your wardrobe gonna change. It don't matter if you're 25, 35, 50, 55. Get in shape, guys. Put the liquor down. If you have an addiction, take your ass to rehab. Start off with going to AA meetings. Or Narcotics Anonymous or Cocaine Anonymous. Or some of you, if you're that bad off, check yourself in rehab. Let them clean you out for 28 days. And give yourself a starting point. Because some of you are so full of your addiction that going to just those support meetings, they don't work for you. And as a matter of fact, they don't work like that. Check yourself into rehab. Yes, fellas. If you smoking weed, you guzzling alcohol, you're using it as a coping mechanism for everything, go to rehab. Check yourself in a 28-day program. They take all the insurances. And sometimes you stay in 28, try 60 days, try 90 days. Clean yourself up, guys. Because this obesity and all these black men has to stop. And I'll talk about the educational piece later, but I want to get you clean. Because even with all my political views, my views on social commentary, first and foremost, I'm a social worker. I'm a licensed chemical dependency counselor, and who also does mental health counseling. That's what I do. And I want to see the best for you because I'm always trying to be the best me. And it doesn't matter. It's never too late. You'll see your diabetes go away. You'll see your cholesterol get in check. And you won't need those heart disease, all that. You won't need any of that stuff. But you got to start somewhere. Take your time. Get off the pork, fellas. Get off the red meat. Put down them goddamn cigars. Smoke you one maybe twice a month. Stop drinking the bourbon all goddamn day. Get out there walking. Then you run. Hit the weights. Let this be these next 6 months. You take care of yourself. Hey, Dwayne, what's up, man? I'm about to get off now because I'm about to head on. But if you want to call me when I get off, that'll be awesome, brother. We can talk about the new year. But yeah, guys, let's do better. Because I love you more than life. And sisters, I think y'all walk on water. But anyway, I'm talking some more about my new year in another live. But y'all be cool. I'll talk to y'all later because I got to go to work now. Peace.